Let me make a statement. Let's get it. Go get it, go get it, go get it. Let's go. Crystal music. I'm out here trying to get it while you looking dumb. If you wanna get you some, if you wanna get you some. Ain't nobody out here trying to give it, so I'm taking some. Get money, get money, get money, get money. In the middle of the night, money calling, you know I'm up, I gotta make a run. If you wanna get you some, if you wanna get you some. The more outcome, the more income. I need all the money and then some. Hey, get money, get money, get money, get money. Okay, when I go play, which is most days, straight from a sip of OJ, throw on OJs and my OJs. Isotoners for the cold winters, frigid nights and them broke days. Know a nigga getting bigger, still getting richer, still pulling digits. Take a look at my phone page. Coming up in the stone age, high as fuck, barely staying up conscious. Can't fuck with niggas over a little change. I don't deal in ain't nonsense. I've been out of here in my mind since I picked the pen up. No tattoos, in fact, screw y'all been up. Pulling everybody in like chin-ups, eating good way before dinner. Look at my prime pass and it's my ass. My ship sailed and I can't tell. I'm out of time, I seen dollar signs and I can't stop till I get there. Man, this shit is serious, so boy, it's not a joke. You funny, you broke. Get money, get more. I had dreams that never go away when I awoke. And got some dirt on me that won't come clean from buying soap. You wanna fuck with me, you lucky, I'ma let you know. What's your problem? Bring it here, bring it out. Adios. I'm out here trying to get it while you looking dumb. If you wanna get you some, if you wanna get you some. Ain't nobody out here trying to give it, so I'm taking some. Get money, get money, get money, get money. In the middle of the night, money calling, you know I'm up, I gotta make a run. If you wanna get you some, if you wanna get you some. The more outcome, the more income. I need all the money and then some. Hey, get money, get money, get money, get money. Want some, get some, check it. Bitch, you gotta want some, get butt naked. Let's be honest, if that trick ain't got the dollars here, debit. I ain't lying, ho. Pimpin' ain't a promise, I bet it. If business ain't a business, about the commas, don't sweat it. Be yourself, let that shit control your mind and see it help. Never that, scratch the surface like a bitch and heat is felt just like a trippy tweet. I'm roasting now, it's different weed to smell. And we high, yeah, higher than the sky, yeah. It's a bird, it's a plane, David Blaine tied up. Witness how I break the chains. You don't never switch it up, that's why you stay the same. I don't make the rules, homie, I just play the game. And I don't play to lose, homie, what the fuck you saying? Ain't nobody here to argue and complain about the labor pain. You spray the aim, cover all your bases when you clear your lane. It ain't how long it took, more about the way it came. I'm out here trying to get it while you looking dumb. If you wanna get you some, if you wanna get you some. Ain't nobody out here trying to give it, so I'm taking some. Get money, get money, get money, get money. In the middle of the night, money calling, you know I'm up, I gotta make a run. If you wanna get you some, if you wanna get you some. The more outcome, the more income. I need all the money and then some. Hey, get money, get money, get money, get money.
We could fly up in this thing, girl, we head to towing. Clubbing hard, getting money if you didn't know it. How you keep it so hot, girl, you gotta show me. Light a candle for me, baby, go ahead and blow it. Blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it. Bring it back on me, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it. Bring it back on me.
Pray for good when we bad, like a lot of sin. Little juice like a splash and a lot of gin. We ain't make the dress code, but they let us in. I'ma let these hater niggas taste their own medicine. You can call my bluff, acting up, wild as fuck. Crazy how we line them up, look at them surrounding us. Hot girls shaking, hot girls wasted. Careful when you drop to the ground, you don't break it. If I gotta pick you back up, then you basic. Show your moves, show your moves, show your moves on them. Shake it up, make it look good, then I'll chase it. Usually that money will talk, I might say get jammed to. I'm just trying to show you I can fucking bust a dance move.
We too fly up in this thing, girl, we head to towing. Clubbing hard, getting money if you didn't know it. How you keep it so hot, girl, you gotta show me. Light a candle for me, baby, go ahead and blow it. Blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it. Bring it back on me. Blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it. Bring it back on me. Blow out the candle, champagne splashing out. Bag it loud, got me looking like I kidnapped the cloud. Those who with me been around before the cap and gown. We VIP, so there's no need to pat me down. Ask around, we cashing out your tax amount. Potent aroma got me passing out. Packy out. You ain't hear me, bitch, I'm passing out. This packy out. Torque, bus color, olive inside, cord the bacalhau. Brought out the whip, you know I went foreign. Thoughts of getting rich, not there yet, but know where I'm going. Fur vest, fitted dress, she's fly and she know it. I'm impressed, so effortless, she got me in the moment. Put my best foot forward, cutting through the red tape. They're trying to hold us down, we deducting dead weight. They claiming they be high, all I smell is headache. Celebrating like it's a weekend on the fucking Wednesday. We too fly up in this thing, girl, we head to towing. Clubbing hard, getting money if you didn't know it. How you keep it so hot, girl, you gotta show me. Light a candle for me, baby, go ahead and blow it. Blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it. Bring it back on me. Blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it, blow it. Bring it back on me. Bring it back on me.
In that little top shop, posted in front of the tribe, selling dope till the sun come down. Take a fuck nigga right off the map. When I hit him with this whole 100 round. Young jock in the club with my Glock. You wanna play it, then this bitch going down. We ain't hesitating, bullies get the blazing. I'ma lay him down like he in a lounge. Walk him down, 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 walk him down. Walk down on them in Balenciaga Ronalds. My blood sliming nigga out just like an anaconda. You go against me, then you fuck just like a used condom. I roll them up and then I smoke them like some good guns. Ayy, still doing drive-bys, but I wanna walk them. If I can't find them, you know I'm gonna stalk them. Cause they tape up on the scene, I had to white talk them. Running from my gun, but my bullets had to hold them. Posted in front of the tribe, selling dope till the sun come down. Take a fuck nigga right off the map. When I hit him with this whole 100 round. Young jock in the club with my Glock. You wanna play and then this bitch going down. We ain't hesitating, bullies get the blazing. I'ma lay him down like he in a lounge. Walk him down, 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 walk him
down. Whew. Wow. All right, we back. We are here. Let me lower this real quick. Good to see you guys. Everybody that's here, welcome in. Introduction day. We are going to introduce for the first time our gaming network, GGN. Shouts to everybody that was here for it, to help come up with the name, to come up with everything in regards to what we're going to do with the league. With the naming, because it's not just a 2K gaming network, it's for Madden, it's for 2K, it's for Call of Duty, all the games that we play. So shit's about to get real. Shout outs to all the people. I guess I'll give some credit to all those that have helped out. Q Rabe was definitely on the floor end for it. Professor Pi Q, he was there for it. A lot of people have helped out. You know, so I appreciate it. But more importantly, let's get into this. This is our MyLeague intro. So what we are doing is essentially transferring everything that we've had from MyCAREER, where you go, you know, you play your MyCAREER, you build your player, you do all that jazz. You transfer that into a MyLeague, and from the MyLeague, you compete against everybody else online. Right now, 14 confirmed players. It's actually pretty dope. The league's gonna build. I'm in the middle of another league, so once that's completed, I'll be able to devote a lot more time to this. But we're in a group chat right now with one of the guys that's helping out with the creation of the league. So I'm going to join him in here right now. And I think that's Professor PyQ. I can barely hear him on the mic. Yeah, I can still hear him. His son's in the back. No, I was doing my intro for you. No, you're good. So let me go ahead and turn this up. Just have that there. Cool. So right now we're just going over, you know, creation rules, all that shit. When it comes to all the builds that are going to be used for the league. Point guards have the most restrictions. Not gonna lie, there's a reason for it. We all know that point guards can be demigods, so we're gonna go ahead and limit that. It'd be cool if it was a league without point guards, you know. But that's you can make whatever position you want, but just know that there's some restrictions. And I know Dan is in here, so if he wants to help out with going over some of the shit that he's got, I can do it too. But I'll go over an example, and if there are questions, please throw them in the chat. Here is my build, so the one that I'll most likely be using for it. It's the one that I have for my latest MyCAREER. Small forward position, but with the way that we're building out the restrictions, it won't be a small forward. It'll be a shooting guard. Disregard the position right now. He will be a shooting guard because of the height restrictions. So we'll go into it. 6'6" being it. It goes by however you create your position. So if we were to jump all the way back to the main screen, you'll see we'll start off with the max. If you're a point guard, 6'3" is the height. That means that is the minimum height that you can be for that position. You can't be any shorter. We don't want midgets running around with Hall of Fame mismatch expert. No, none of that. We want to make sure that this is a level playing field for a lot of people. We understand how OP that badge is. So when you back out, you'll see shooting guard. I mean, it's the smallest shooting guard height-wise that you can make is 6'5", and then you can max it all the way up to looks like 6'9". We'll go over all of the rules and regulations when it comes to wingspan after. But for a small forward, same thing. 6'7" is the smallest that you can make. You can make them as tall up as to 6'10" for the Kevin Durant's that are out there. Power forward. 6'9", I believe you can get up to 7 feet. Yep. So 7 feet is your max, but you start off at 6'9". Weight, you can choose whatever you want. You know, if you want to be as big as you want to be so you can get the strength, get to 280. If you want to be as light as possible so that you can get, you know, a lot of speed, a little bit more acceleration, definitely get some more vertical with your height going low, your weight going lower. You can do whichever. And then center is the last one. Center being 7 feet, meaning that that's the shortest that you could be. Tallest that you could be looks like a 7'3". And again, to the wingspan. So the easiest way, what up, B?
What up?
Easiest way to this is like midstream intro, all this shit. So chime in whenever you want. You guys can play whatever you want in the background. I'm just going over all this shit just so it's recorded. Anytime you have a question, please feel free to ask. But going back to it, if you're a point guard with the biggest restrictions, we have set the limit for a 4-inch gap between your height and your wingspan, meaning it can't be any shorter than 4 inches. If you are a 6'3" point guard, that means your wingspan has to be 6'7", meaning you get all the attributes that are on the right. This way. When it comes to, you know, layups, dunking, shooting, dribbling, all of that, if you want to make your point guard 6'5", that means you have to make his wingspan 6'9", and those are the caps that you get. As you can see, all the numbers that drop and all the numbers that increase from it. Did I explain myself okay on that one? I don't know if you're making a point guard, but that helps out.
No, that's perfect. Now, what are you gonna do for
the wingspan differential for every other position besides point guard.
So for every other position besides point guard, if you are making a shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or a center, 2-inch gap. So the minimum height being 6'5", you cannot make your wingspan shorter than 6'7" for a shooting guard. You can make it as big as you want, but understand when you create your player in the other mode, there's no adjusting the wingspan. It is only based off of the statistics that you can make with your attributes.
Oh, I get it. So
The wingspan will be generic to how the guy is built when you make a created player at whatever.
Correct. And just so everybody can see that while we're talking about it, I'll back out.
And the reason that that's being done is because nobody wants to be manipulating and playing with all those sliders because it doesn't give us a length. It gives you a scale out of a 99.
Yep, it's 1 through 99.
Like, what is an 85? How big is a wingspan is 85? So
Yep.
the wingspan will just be generically to what it is.
Yep. So I'm going in there right now so you can see it. When you go into create a player, this is just the generic guy that I started off, and I'll tell you guys what we did a little bit later. But when you go to body, you can choose your height, you can choose your weight. This is obviously the easy ones, but when it comes to wingspan and shoulder width, you don't even get shoulder width as an attribute in MyCAREER, so we're not going to mess with it. And 50 is the wingspan that it starts off with for width and for shoulder width. Sorry, for wingspan and for shoulder width. It goes all the way down to 0. I'm guessing that's the same as your height, but it looks like it's actually smaller than that, which is why we're not going to mess with it, because that looks like the wingspan of somebody that's 5'8". And the same thing goes for if you make the wingspan all the way to 100. That's not the 6'10 wingspan. That guy's got some really long arms. That looks like it would be your 7'2 or 7'4 wingspan, whatever that maxes out at. So we leave those at 50.
That makes sense.
Yep. It's just to make it so, you know, I know that we all know how to play the game. We all know that if I want to make a shooting guard that can dribble, I can make his wingspan at 6'5" and be a shooting guard at 6'5" and get all of the dribbling animations that you would be getting if you were a point guard. So, like, we're just trying to limit that just to make it easier. Won't say easier, a more level playing field.
Yeah, not that we want it to be like a full like simulation type game, but we do want to make it a little more, I guess, basketball feeling, team oriented type of game, and not manipulating a video game.
Correct. Yep. So for, let's just say if I was making this 6'6", 180, and then my wingspan would have to be 6'8", and again, you can make whatever body shape you want. Obviously, we go with defined because you know boy always cut up. You can go with that too. When creating, this is how you would basically make your created guy. So let me pull this up real quick so I can remember what I had. This here right here. So with him being okay.
Quick question on the wingspan.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make the guy 6'6", could I go as low as 6'4"?
No.
So
You
it has to be 2 inches up or 4 inches for a point guard. Up.
yes, all up. You can't go backwards.
Okay. I missed that part.
Yeah, and you don't get to choose. Like, it's not like, oh, it has to be a minimum of 2. Like, no, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I missed that part. I thought
Like, it's just,
okay.
that is it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got it.
So for this is basically how I create my guy. So if I wanted him to be identical to what he is in the MyCAREER that I'm using now, we got 63, we got 79 layup, gives me a 92 dunk. Post control standing dunk is 25. We know that starts with that. Mid range, I can get that to 84 to start. 3-point, we can get that to 85. Free throws, you can get that to 83. And again, you can mess with any of these stats that you want, but remember that they all transfer based off of your badge points. So like if I wanted to make this at 89, I get 2 more badge points, but that also brings up my overall. So we're going to put that at 85. Pass accuracy, I always start that at gold, baby. Gotta get that gold bullet. With this build, I can get those dribble moves at 85, so I'm going with 85. Speed with ball, and I usually have speed as high as possible, so it hurts that this one always has a 75. But we'll live with it. I don't need to be bringing the ball up every time. Set the play up for me. No interior defense needed. Perimeter defense, I think I have this at 89. Still allows me to have gold clamps. I think steel was a 70, 78. What up?
I know you just kind of said it, but the dribble animations are locked behind the same restrictions they are normally.
They are locked based off of what you get in MyCAREER. So if
you have to know what
Yep.
restrictions you have when you make that build.
Meaning my other builds that have 84 dribble or 82 dribble, I can use the Trae Young escape, but I can't get the Curry because Curry is 85 only. Which I might even drop, tell you the truth. If I'm playing this, I can get away with the Trae Young. I don't need to do a Curry slide. And then bring up my speed with ball. But nah, I need that Curry. We're good.
But okay. But you need to know that when you make.
Yep. Same thing with dunks, meaning if you if you're trying to get LeBron's, you know you got to get 85 or more. You got to be 6'6". Like you can't be. I don't think you can be 6'5". You can't be 6. You can't be above 6'6" and get the Steph Curry dribble package. It doesn't let you. Like there's minimum. There's height restrictions for it. For block, we were at 70 because I think that gave me silver intimidator. Rebound, we had these. This was just for the badge points, but that was 71, and this was 42. And then these were capped up at 85, 85, 80, and 90. That's it, right there. So like these are the points that I would be able to start with in order to bring my guy over. We're all assuming that we get, you know, the college 4 points for badge points, and that'll be, you know, discussed via chat. I don't think you can choose a takeover when you create a player, so they'll just base it off of your stats that you have, and you're just stuck with that. So we'll put these on double limitless. Two-way threat: Desmond Bain, Norman Powell, and Bradley Beal. Test them up, and we set this to a 99. And just to carry it over, so like this is what I have it set up at on my MyCAREER. So I have silver bronze acrobat, bronze unstrippable, slithery Hoff, posterizer, gold, limitless Hoff, and I think it's Lob City finisher. Shooting, we got blinders, Deadeye, green machine, all on silver, and we'll go over advancements for that. So based off of the previous screen, I'll go back to make it easier. What you need to get higher, I guess like badges, meaning my 3-point shot is an 85, so it won't allow me to start off with a gold Deadeye. But in order for me to get gold Deadeye into MyCAREER, my 3-point rating has to be higher than a 90. Unless you automatically develop it, you can't use those extra badge points for a badge that you can't get. That's again one of those restrictions that we're putting on. Shooting, I know that I don't have any of these. Catch and shoot, we have on gold. Hot zone, gold. Sniper, Hoff. Corner specialist, gold. Limitless was bronze. And I had 2 more to start off. Where were the other 2? Did I miss them? Oh, corner specialist. Oh, so here's the issue right here. It's because of the points that I used. So this was here. This is how we have to start off because of the badge points that I don't have. So you get those extra 4, and I used 2 of them for shooting. So I didn't have green machine. I had to start off with limitless spot up on bronze. But if I use all 4 of my badge points, I can use 2 on gold. 2 on silver green machine, and then 1 on limitless spot up, and then stupid 1 for rhythm shooter. Like that's the point of it. Is in order for you to, you have to have the attributes to match them with the badge point that you're looking to get. So that's those. I didn't use any extra on any of these, so this is easy. Quick chain. This here we got bailout, glue hands, quick. Did I use? No, I didn't use it on that. Cool. 25. Unpluckable with silver. And then handle. and tight. So that's these. So if I used, again, if I had those 4 extra badge points for going to college and I wanted to make this 29, I could use all 4 of them on downhill and get gold. I could not use all 4 of them and make my unpluckable gold because I can't get that as a badge, so I can't use the points to get a badge that I can't start off with. Now, if you develop that badge in the season, I mean, hey, good job. But you can't use it to start. After the season starts and season 1 is over, everything is fair game with how you play for what badges that you unlock. And then last one, did I use points for this? 20. I did. I used literally all of my badge points for this. So this is gonna suck. Oh man, I used all of my career season badge points for defense. So it starts with 20, but I got 26 in the actual league. And this boy already calling out odds. We'll put a betting line. I'll put the betting line in the Discord if people want to bet on it. Why not? Make some money on the side. But I had a gold, I had bronze. I don't even think I started off with Hustler, but we'll check that. I don't think I started off with Menace, but we'll put that. We know these were a must, which was Intimidator, Rebound. Leaves them with 6. There's 4. And see how quickly they disappear. So no Menace. We'll go with here. So that's how I would have to max it. Granted, I have 6 extra in my MyCAREER, but that's from progression with the seasons that they offer. But I can't use those 6. So like this is what I would have to start off with in the MyLeague. If I wanted to use all 4 badge points for this, then yeah, I could put up off-ball pest. I could put interceptor on gold. That would be 3 used. And then if I wanted 1 on menace, I could put 1 on menace. But like this is my cap with how I make my build. That's basically how you create the guy. I know it seemed like a whole lot, but let me just go into a game so I can get out of the screen and then go into the season. This is just first of a few, we'll say first of many streams. So if you guys got ideas, I'm taking notes. I will have this as my introductory to my let's say YouTube channel. I'll have this video as the first one that I'm uploading. So that's a good. I like that. I like the Vegas odds as a betting line for user versus user games. People trying to. I don't know shit about that. I know point spreads. And depending on how people do in the season, I'll create my own Vegas odds for the spreads just to see. But let's go to the MyLeague. Look it again. We gotta. Let me see here. What time is it? We got 8:30. We got like an hour just to mess around with this. I ain't gonna be playing no games tonight. So if you guys are here to watch me play online, I'm not gonna be playing online by any means. This is just an intro to again the MyLeague that we have created. These are the few. So I've done this 6 times. 6 of these leagues. Let's do one online, just to start. B and little DeMello, you still in here?
Yep, we're still here.
All right, word. So I'm gonna make this one online, and then we'll go through this together with what I have been doing. You guys don't have a creative player, but I'll put the creative player in my creative player in this, just so you can see the way that he progresses. Oh, let's actually just go back real quick. Let's go to some of the attributes for the creative players, just so you can see the breakdown. So quick edit. That was with the badges. Edit player. So attributes. There are attributes in here that are not associated with MyCAREER, like draw foul. That's one of them. So that's associated. I think I put that with whatever your driving, your highest driving attribute was. Yeah. So like 92 dunk means that if that's the highest slashing I have, that would be the highest that I can have for drawing foul. And same thing goes with like pass vision. If your passing vision is only an 80, that means it can't be 90. Like it has to be 80 because it's involved with that stat. Does that make sense? Anybody else? There's a few in here that I'm trying to think of. Shot IQ is at 78. I gotta figure out what that would be.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out what to match the intangible stats.
Yeah. Yep. So like my pass accuracy is 85, meaning my pass IQ can only be 85 or lower, and then my pass vision can only be 85 or lower. My hands can only be 85 or lower. Like that's what's gonna unlock, because there's no hands trait. But like that's what you get for silver catching. I mean, what's that? What's that badge? That playmaking badge. Blue hands.
Oh, it's like which one?
I can't remember. The one that was involving catching. Is it here? Like, these are all the stats that match your MyCAREER creative player. Hustle's always 99 because I think everybody, no matter what, you can always get Hustler at Hall of Fame if you want to waste the badge points on it. So just make it easier by just having it that. Let's go. Injuries, make sure that those are 99. I'm going to turn injuries off, but for, I don't know if he's watching, if Kurabe is here, injuries will be off. But if you tear your ACL in a season where injuries are off, hey, God made it happen. I'm not fixing it. I'm not fixing any of those attributes. How he did that is beyond me. I think he was playing in the fourth quarter while losing by like 40. And he tried to go up for a dunk and then like tore his ACL. It's like, should have subbed out when it happened. Defensive consistency, I think these were all safe. Maybe we'll just make all of them 75. That seems like a decent number. Pass perception was whatever your steal was. Intangibles 99, potential 99, because we want obviously everybody to progress the same. But that's how you create them, and then put whatever you want for accessories, tattoos. This is actually a dope feature now that you can add tattoos. You used to not be able to do that, so you can sleeve your boy up and it doesn't cost you a VC, which is pretty cool. Tendencies, we're gonna leave these how they are. You know, I think this is just sim related. I don't think this has anything to do with how you're playing. It's just when you're actually simming the game. And hot zones are gonna match whatever your hot zones are for, you know, your MyCAREER. You know, we're gonna make it as easy as possible because we want you to use that hot zone hunter badge. If your whole zone is red, then it looks like your whole zone is red. But we understand that this is a user versus user game. Somebody could just man up on you. Like that's different than just playing the computer.
So here's my question: why, if that's the case, because like some people might play normally, and I know people have more than one build, but like, what if you're normally just like a center and you don't shoot a lot of threes, but you make guys who can shoot threes now? Like, I almost think that at that point you might as well just make them all red. Just be like, screw it, everybody's hot zones are everywhere. Like,
yeah, I got no problem with that either. Or just make it. I don't want to make it new. I want people to be able to use Hot Zone Hunter, and there's nothing, unfortunately, that shows that your hot zones progress during the season, or even after, like the next season, because like I'm not watching the shot tendencies when I'm simulating it. But like if I'm shooting 100 threes in the corner and it goes from, you know, neutral to gold, neutral to red, then that'd be cool to know. But I'm not sitting here playing that many games.
no, I understand. No, I get what you're saying. That's why I think at that point.
But yeah, why not just make it everybody's is hot? Fuck
Everybody's
it.
is all red and everybody's the same.
Whole court is red for you. You want to pull up from half court and be Steph Curry? Be my guest. That's on you. But that's how you make it. And again, when we're doing individual players, we'll go by them for everybody that's in the league. We'll go by them stat by stat. But let's go back to the MyLeague. All right, I want to keep this one because that was the one that had the different settings. But we'll go here. Let's see how this goes. So when we do the MyLeague, we're doing legit control for everything as much as we can. We'll say that, not everything. But we're gonna have the fantasy draft. You know, we're gonna customize league rules because we want to make sure that it's all catered towards, like, I guess, in level and even playing field. Custom rosters for your creative players that are going to be uploaded into it. Custom league. This is going to allow expansion teams. So right now we're at 14. And, you know, that means there's room for growth. We can add up to 6 expansion teams. There's 30 teams in the league, so you can technically have 36 users. I don't know where this is going to go. It'd be dope if it goes that way, but, you know, 2K23 comes out soon. like 3 months from now. We'll see if this transfers into 2K23. Customize the salary cap. That's just going to be how it goes up. So like every year it'll go up. And then these two settings don't really matter. Dead.
My only question,
Yeah, what's up?
question when it comes to that is, what if it gets? Well, you're the GM, right?
Mhm.
I guess it's whatever.
One GM, one commissioner. There will not be. If you want requests for edits, it goes through me. There will not be any of them changes in the back end.
We're playing where you get to control the team, though, correct?
Correct.
Like the
Acquisitions?
that
Yep.
happen. Okay, I was just saying, because what if somebody's salary gets to a point it's so high, it's whatever. Then
And it
it's
looks
what
like
is,
you
right?
get kicked from the league. You got to leave your team, bruh. Or you can't field a team. You know, I'll do my best to make it so that like that shit doesn't happen. For like the people that aren't just like, you know, familiar with the way that the cap rules are. But that's where like this stuff comes in right now. So like in dead cap, like we're gonna get rid of that. Like if you release a player, I don't want it to. You have to worry about it 3 years down the road that like you released a player, they weren't picked up from waivers. Like nah, bro. Like we're trying to make this as simple as possible. We are gonna keep the stipend rule or stipend, whatever you pronounce it. Motherfuckers aren't trading their draft picks for fucking 10 years straight and saying we'll just win with trades. You ain't the Lakers. I'm not living through that shit again. 30, 60, 90, that's a thing too. So you can't sign a free agent because he's got a high overall and then trade his ass. Doesn't work. So you got to keep him on your team. If you're going to sign him, goes against your cap, you got to keep him. Restricted free agents. I got to look into this. I'm not familiar with it. I know a lot of people are, but we'll see. Finances, that one's pretty simple. You have to match all of the salary caps with the teams that you're trading with. So it can't just be player for player. It's got to be player with this salary cap with the amount of players on the team. And then waiver. I think this is when it's online, where like you have 2 days. If you release somebody, you have 2 days to claim them, just like if you're playing fantasy football. After that 48 hours, it's fair game for everybody. That just gives people that aren't on the game as often as other people a chance to look at somebody if they're not making claims. Role playing, we're turning all this shit on. We're not gonna do, is it points? Yeah, we're not gonna do scoring. We want you to be able to talk, have fun. It's a GM mode. Like you want to get on, you just want to play. You don't want to talk to your players. Cool. Guess what? It's gonna hurt you because we got plenty of time, bro. Like, talk to your players, get your morale up, get your team chemistry up. They're gonna ask you for tasks, complete them shits. Don't do that one. Because if they say have your shooting guard and your center, they say have your shooting guard score 10 points. That's fucking stupid. Like, do your thing. Skills associated with it, so you will get points, like the old school NCAA football games, where if you do certain things as a GM, if you win games, you get skills, which you can progress to make your GM better. Dan, you gonna say something?
No, I was just reading the chat that I just pulled up. Sorry.
Oh.
I see Jazzy out there.
Price changes. You can change all this shit.
Relocate my team?
You can. Yep. And I'll go over that. I'll go over that right away. Which is what I'm saying. Like, you can be whoever you want. I know, T mentioned he wanted to be the Celtics. You can be the Celtics if you want, but like, you also have the ability to just be whoever you want and then create the Celtics. Like, that's up to you. You can change all this shit. Use controlled budgets. You can do that. So like, you can allocate how much you want to go towards it. If you want more to go towards your stadium, if you want to go more towards your players, you want to go more towards your staff, you have the ability to change that. Hard cap, luxury tax, all that shit matters. We're always going to start from the regular season, and there will be a plan. That means we have 7 users per conference, and there are 10 spots to make the playoffs. If you do not make the play-in, you suck. We're not going to relegate you and get you kicked, but you just can't miss the play-in. There's too many spots. Half the fucking league gets in. Just don't miss the play-in. Lakers did this year, and it sucked because they're so ass. Don't be the Lakers. But we're going to have a play-in tournament. We're going to make sure that that's cool. I didn't switch to online. I didn't play with friends. Almost forgot. Biggest thing. What's up?
One thing I missed because I was, daily duties. Can we talk about how many games in a season we're doing?
Yes. So we haven't got to that setting yet. It's in the air. If this is supposed to be drawn out and like people are going to use this as a relaxed league and want to just play to have fun, I think 59 is the number to be at because it allows you to have a shit ton of computer games to get your, fix and playing. but that means you also play users twice. That's a lot of games because then you have to count the playoffs, meaning that you might only get through 2 seasons until the next 2K comes out, depending on how we advance it. But if we do 29 games, that means you just play everybody once. You have 14 games to, get used to the computer and how it plays, and then it's playoff time. So like it's between one of those two.
Okay.
We're going to use the user created roster just so you can see the progression for the created player. Here is the customized league part. So like we can switch up the divisions. I found out that you can't do it once the season starts, so that kind of sucks. So we're going to do a lottery. We'll draw. I'll put up the lottery on stream whenever we're going live. Who gets what side. It's just Western Conference, Eastern Conference. Divisions don't fucking matter because there's no division champions. But you get West side or East side. And then, like I said, for expansion, in the event that the league grows, we can add 6 more teams as an expansion team. When you pick a team, you're just replacing who you are. You're not expanding the league. So if you're the Thunder and then you want to relocate, it doesn't just keep the Thunder and you go to another location. It's replacing the Thunder. But we're not going to change any of those. Here's the league. I didn't notice there was a difference of like progression either between 29 and 58 because like that was another reason why I wanted to see if it was a difference. If you play more games, if you progress better, but I didn't see a difference between those. This was also a topic of conversation. Drafting. So it's going to be a fantasy draft, and the best way that I've thought about it, and obviously I'm open for opinions, suggestions, recommendations. This is all open to everybody because again, 14 people involved in this, 1 GM or 1 commish, but we want to make sure that like everybody has a fair shot. Is the draft order. So we're gonna do a lottery. This is how I have it set up, and again, post questions for after. We're gonna have a lottery, and the lottery is based off of the bottom half of the draft, meaning if you get the lottery and you get first pick, that means you are pick number 15 because we still want the CPU we want it to be a challenge, but we also don't want you to be able to draft Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then have your player, and then whoever's drafting 15th is picking from Devin Booker. Like, huge difference in players between the first 5 players in the league and the 15th, 16th player in the league. So we're going to start the gap at 15, which is why I cut the people that are people that are playing to 14 for now. You'll start at 14 or 15, and then that's where the draft starts. So like if you get the first pick, you're technically 15. You get the second pick, you're technically 16, so on and so forth. Correct. Yep. Perfect question. So first pick for users is essentially the 15th pick. And then you go back and forth with, is it snake or is it fixed? Snake is supposed to be the best way. Fixed allows you to get a more balanced team, but I think we're gonna go with snake, just because like everybody's used to those when it comes to fantasy drafts and whatnot. Just hope, hey, it's a pick of the lottery. That's how it is. If you get pick number 14 and you're the 30th pick, guess what? You get back to back and your created player. So like it's really not that bad because we're not drafting our creative players. We're just gonna assign them to the teams. It just makes it easier for salary cap. We want to make sure that you guys stays on your team for as long as possible. If he chooses to leave, that's on you though. Like you can go to the other team, but you can't manipulate that shit. But if your guy dips and wants to go to another squad because you don't treat him right, hey, sucks for you. We are going to change the playoff format, though, because the more important games, we're going to have the play-in, and then the first, second round, best of 5 for the first two rounds. Semifinals are most likely going to be user versus user, so best of 7, and then the NBA Finals is going to be best of 7. Depending on how everything goes, because this can be adjusted mid-season, if it's taking a very long time to play games, we might make the conference championship best of 5, too. But NBA Finals is going to be best of 7. We want to make sure that that's set in stone. Features, protected players, none of this shit matters because we're not going to be doing a draft that involves that, but there will be a G League, so make sure you draft right. You can develop people through your G League. Your staff will have abilities. We're going to have rule changes that will come up every season. Pop-up notification for timeout. I don't know what the hell that means, so we're going to go ahead and fix that. Let's skip that. Contracts, keeping everything the same. We're not going to adjust those. Trades, they're going to be allowed. CPU versus CPU is going to allow to trade. Previously draft picks, everybody gets their draft picks back. Because if I want to be the Lakers, I don't want to be fucked for 10 years. I don't understand how or why they traded all their picks. They got a championship out of it, so I'm not mad. But if I'm the Lakers, I still want my damn draft picks. Injuries off. And this is what we're going to do. So remember, put your durability at 99 for everything. Because all of these are going to be off. And then this is going to be off too. If you tear your shit because you don't sub your guy out, that's your fault. I'm not fixing it. I'm sorry. You're going to just have to lock onto somebody else until the season's over. Chalk it up as an L. That's your fault, bro. I'm telling you, I'm fixing all of this stuff. Don't overplay it, guys. I can't tell you how to run your team. If you want to put your minutes at 48 and you want to be Iron Man game 3 of the season and then you tear your knee shit, like, that's on you. I can't control that. Thank you. Growth phase. This is the attribute stuff. So these are what it start at. We're not going to adjust these for now. I'm still running tests. I've run 5, I think 6. This will be the 7th one that we're going to do right now. If we need to make some adjustments, we will. I didn't see a huge jump in, you didn't go from 75 driving layup to 90 in a season. You jumped as an overall, meaning 2 went up on layup, 2 went up on fade, 2 went up on post hook, 3 went up on draw foul. That's how your overall went up. I didn't see a huge jump in a statistic category. But again, still running tests. We still got a while before the season jumps off. But we're going to keep all of these how they are right now, just for the time being. Next one is difficulty. Hey, learn to play the game. I know we got newbies, some people that don't play MyCAREER all that much, some people that know how to play MyCAREER. You get clamped the fuck up on Hall of Fame, but you can play it the right way. We're going to start on Superstar just to make it easier. Again, I don't want it to be, everybody losing the CPU, but I also don't want it to be on a Hall of Fame and then people think that when they're playing user versus user, that their computer can bail them out. No, I want this to be a user-oriented season where you can't just rely on your CPU. We also don't want you to try to glitch shit, meaning you play off ball in your CPU because you know that he's a wide open shot and he's going to miss it. So I'm going to mess with those tendencies and numbers just so that shit's not stupid where you happen to have Steph Curry on your team, you're a center, you get a rebound, you kick it out to him with a 99-3 and he airballs it. We're not going to, that's just not going to fly. So we'll go back and forth with if it's going to be Hall of Fame or Superstar. Fatigue rate, again, we're going to leave this how it is, but season fatigue, this is simulation. Season fatigue, we're going to put that down. We don't want people getting tired game to game. That's not a big deal. But those are the setup settings. I think that's basically it. And this is going to pop up every year. We'll go over the rules and whatnot, all the shit that people want adjusted. We're not going to adjust any rules right now. Timer set is going to be, I guess I have to make these draft start. Gonna do that right now. The draft lobby open deadline okay, so we'll put this at 30 minutes for now. I think I can change that. These I can change midday, but I want to be able to do the draft with the guys that are in the group in the chat right now. But I can change those when we actually get underway. Free agent signing vetoes, that gives me the opportunity to say no to your shit if you're trying to sign people when everybody's sleeping. No, we're not gonna do that. If you want to, I think there's still a time limit for it. How quickly the time? Alright, that doesn't matter. Cool. So we're into this. I think it's gonna allow me to invite people. So we'll say GGN 1 to start. Draft order. This is where I get to choose. So we'll do the lottery prior to this. But if I was the Lakers, this is where I got the first pick in the lottery. This is where I would start. I would start at pick number 15. And then so on and so forth, all the way up to if you get the last pick of the draft. Unfortunately, you're pick number 30, but that means you get back-to-back. You'll get 30, 31, and your created guy. Questions about the draft order?
Nope.
Cool.
Are you just gonna leave the CPU in whatever order it's left in?
Yeah, because
14?
it doesn't matter. If
And
the
am I missing
Kings get,
conferences randomized too?
yeah, we'll do a lottery for who's on which side. We'll do a lottery for who's on which side, but it doesn't matter if the Timberwolves or the Knicks are number 1. They're all CPU.
I understand that, but I didn't know if like the first 5 were like in the Eastern Conference.
I'll go back and forth. That's a good point. So I'll do like
Okay,
Knicks,
so-
Kings, 76ers, Timberwolves, Cavs, Mavs. I'll get it as close as possible because it'll match up anyway because there's gonna be 7 East, 7 West. Yep, good catch. That's why I do this. But for right now, let's just say I know that you like the Mavs, so I'll put you 16, and then Brian.
You can play Greenhouse one more
I
time.
don't even know who you usually are. The C's.
I don't have a preference because I usually do a lot of fantasy drafts.
Okay, so you're gonna be the Pelicans then. Lakers, Mavs, Pelicans, 15, 16, 17.
Zion's not going to be there.
Negative.
You gotta jump, crouch, and slide, homie. Slide.
Chat, can you guys hear audio? Can you hear music in the background? I don't know. I can't hear it, but I also have it really low. So this is the team select. I get to choose team first. So like I said, I will be the Lakers.
Do you need me to choose a team right now?
I don't think I've sent out the invites yet.
Don't send one to me then right now, because Oliver's playing Warzone tutorial.
Future
He's gonna step in front of Ralph in a minute.
conversations. I already made these.
I know young
So
JI
this is
is
here.
gonna watch it back. OG Oliver's on the move.
We already did these. Cool. So we'll advance past that. You said Johnny's on?
I think Johnny was in here.
J. Rob. He's not in the chat. He's probably just online. So here, this is viewing. He's watching. Gotcha.
He's watching this, yeah, that's what I'm.
Gotcha. I thought you meant online. So invite. Damn, bro, your shit is so long. What is the actual name? No, I think I have to type it in. I'll check. Oh, here we go. Okay. When I pressed who's online, it like didn't. It was blank and it just had search. So I thought I had to type everybody's name. Whew. I'm gonna check my grammar if I had to do that. So invite sent to iFile out, and then you said that you don't send it to you yet.
No, because Oliver's playing a game, so don't worry about me right now.
Okay. So then we'll just do those. We'll just do that one. Yeah, and again, this is just the first one. I'm gonna do more than one of these videos. Just let me know if you get that and what happens when you get that. If it brings you to like a team select screen.
Alright, I got it. Takes me to
I think I can move the season along as long as there's 2 people in.
hold on, how do I accept this notification?
You trying to fart?
I got a notification on my NBA. I don't know how to accept an invite.
You probably have to go into the mode itself, like click on.
Yeah, so you go to my NBA, then you go to, I think there's another one that says like my NBA, and then it'll let you.
Good shot, dude.
I should probably walk you through that. So
Took us a while the first time to do this.
So you go to my NBA, then my NBA, and then you should have an invite that's pending from that screen.
Alright, hold on one sec. So I go my NBA and my NBA.
Mm-hmm.
My game's doing a load. Alright, so I click on the open save slot, is what you're saying?
It should be already there. Maybe.
There should be a button you have to.
Yeah, it might be. Is there like square button for invites?
Should be like a notification somewhere. I'm pretty sure that you did a button.
That's why we do this. Because if you press X, it brings you into starting a new one.
It might just be from. Is it from that menu? Like before you even click My NBA again.
Can you go
I
to?
have the notification on the My NBA option in the main screen.
Yes, there
I
should
have
be a
a
button.
box with a 1 on.
There should be a button that you hit to bring that up.
Oh, I hit square for notification.
There you go.
On that, I don't hit anything. I just hit square on the.
From the main screen? Okay, so from this screen, from the 2K main
wait,
screen?
Yeah, I'm behind on your stream.
Yeah, they're fine. From the main screen that says My Career, My Team, 2K TV, all that shit. Like you would be going into My Career. You'll get a notification. I think it's the top right.
There'll be on the My NBA. There'll be a blinking square with a 1 on the top right of the My NBA section.
And you hit square from here.
Yep.
And it'll open up. Cool. If you missed that part, go to YouTube.
It pops up the invitation.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay. So then from there it allows me to select a team.
Cool. And then whenever you're logging in, you go to the My NBA part.
Oh, and then I can adjust my team feature settings.
Yeah, because you're choosing a GM. So I am going to advance the draft. I think there's a way to.
I'm gonna use this button.
Brian, use the right stick to bring up a league members menu,
And a gun.
and then press start for ready.
It says importing team settings.
Oh, you're still doing that. Never mind. I thought you were past that screen. All right, so use the right
I was
stick.
just seeing what I could do on that. It looks
No,
like I
you're
can customize how my team was operating.
Yep, you'll be able to change GM settings. I think you can. It'll tell you who your governor is, who's essentially like the owner of the team. It'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm up.
What do you mean you're up?
So draft start. Oh, draft starts in 30 minutes.
Well, did you hit ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So I can make it start now. Ooh.
Gotta get him. Getting you.
Oh, it says my next pick is round 1. Pick
Yep.
15.
So the draft is gonna start. It doesn't say ready for mine for you. It still says. That's
I'm
weird.
in here though. I'm in here.
But do you have? Does it say ready on your screen though? Oh, okay. Cool. So once we get to this, it should bring us into the draft. So the plan is again to designate once everybody gets, everybody joins the Discord. I'll talk to everybody individually, text message wise, to get the best day and time. It'll be thrown in the Discord when the draft is. Usually Sundays are the easiest days in the summer. Sunday nights, but I'm open to any day, depending on when it is. I just got to put my kids to sleep. That's it. And I know there's other parents that are out there. All right. So it says that it's starting. All right. So here's the draft. So I don't know if we can skip this. Or if it can... No, yeah, so I can simulate the draft. But this is essentially what happens. This is CPU's picking. When it's a user that, their turn to pick. When we get to pick 15, I'll pick mine. I file out, we'll pick his. And then we'll see what happens on the wrap. So you guys can at least get a gauge as to who's going to be left for these picks. Here, let me make it easier for you too.
Do we see Kevin Durant in there?
I'm going to put myself over here
Yeah,
so
I'm
you
pretty
guys
sure
can
it's
see.
about that.
There you go. Ooh.
Oh no! Oh, the draft still. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
he
he
was
already
picked.
had.
He was picked. He was
No.
picked fifth pick in the draft.
I was looking at the names. I thought he already simulated to his pick. I was like, how are some of these guys in here? I get it. I see it. It's going.
This is gonna be interesting because it depends on what position everybody agrees to.
Yes. There you go. That way you guys can still see who's
Curious to
left
see
right
how
here.
many people make a point guard?
I know it's gonna be me. I don't like being a point guard. I don't need to run the. I can run the offense at any position. There is a thing too called play initiator, which it's me. I'm picking. Oh shit, I didn't realize that. So I called it. Did I not fucking call it? Did I not say it was gonna be Devin Booker? Like it was like I fucking knew. But there's a huge difference between picking. Oh, there's Tatum. You know, you still get that opportunity. So like, there's still some studs, and this is the latest.
Carl Anthony Towns is
Yeah, this is still the latest of rosters too. So like the 2K whatever people got, you know, before the draft started. I mean, before the final started, whatever they made their updates for. So I know he's watching, and I could care less if he's on my team, but he's a bucket. So we don't need a small forward if we can just get Tatum. So I'm gonna draft Tatum, and then that would mean the league would be fucked if they have to deal with Fur, Tatum, and whoever the hell I pick next. So that's how it would go.
Oh, I'm on the clock.
You are. Some good so essentially the reason for you having to be in the bottom 15 is like your guy is a 99. Like if the way that you play him, whether he's an 85 overall, he's a 99. You know how good he is. Not everybody knows how to, you know, time, you know, Chris Paul's jump shot. I've had to do that. It fucking sucks. So it's like I shouldn't be able to have my guy and, you know, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's a 99. Like, that means, and then whoever is draft pick number 14 gets fucking Devin Booker. That's fucked up. Like, that. So that's why we do it that way. That's why we're going to do it that way. And the good news is that...
I'd be happy with Damian Lillard, though, if I could get that big pick.
Yeah. Some people had an off season. And I don't know if he's... I don't know if he's watching. I can. And that's what I'll do. So... What I've learned, and big shouts if they're on here, you know, big shouts to the Lynx, big shouts to Lefty, Official Rom, all the guys that invited me and have welcomed arms to, you know, the GBA. I appreciate you guys. You've unlocked so much shit to 2K that I never knew. And there is a way to do an all-star game through a private pro-am match. We can even do the jersey out. You know, we can have someone assigned as the West captain, someone assigned as the East captain, and we can do an East versus West private pro-am. Sorry, there's no bench. So if you're a 6-man fucking all-star, you know, you get the tag on your little, you know, your player card, but you're not gonna play in the game. That's just how it goes. But what we'll do is, since everybody is their guy anyway, you just bring your MyCAREER guy to your what's it called? To a pro-am team, to a private pro-am team. And we'll just do it that way.
So the players we make in this league have to be a my player we already have them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know what I'm making.
Well,
I mean, you could recreate a guy. I don't see the benefit in doing that. The only person that I know that is going to be starting from scratch is Oz. And that's just because he just got the game. But, I mean, I don't see the benefit in recreating a new guy. Cause
no, but that's an issue for me because most of my point guards aren't going to fit that requirement, and I only have that small forward.
well, yeah, if you like I said, if you have to make a new guy, I know that you like.
Hell no, I'm not making a new guy.
No. What I meant by it is like all you have to do is just create the guy. And, like, you don't have to actually play. We get to the All-Star game and you use a midget. Fine, whatever, bro. It looks not a big deal. Brian, it's your pick. You use you use one of your point guard. It's whatever. It's just the fact that we can play the All-Star game. Yeah, like that's all I meant. Because when we did this before, I think there were private setups. But I don't know if we knew how to use them because we tried to do it in the online setting. I mean, we went to Play Now and I tried to get people's created player into it and I couldn't do it. But we could just use our MyCAREER players, create a two pro-am teams, East West. Captains can create the jerseys and then go that way and then just have 5v5.
Well, as long as it's the 10 users that qualified that made the All-Stars, the 5 starters on each side, as long as you could just get those 10 on the court, that's all that matters. Just,
you just pick this player and then we'll go on from there.
Yeah, you make a point guard and it's not the same exact point guard build you use in the league. I mean, it is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. Like at that point, when it's just the All-Star, game, it's just playing everybody. It doesn't really matter who's being
I
used.
get what you're saying. It's just what it is.
And then that, I mean, if you don't make, so that's here. Why don't we do that? If you're not good enough to make the starting 5, oh shit, it's captains. I forgot about that. So that means you could technically not pick somebody. Oh man, because I think whoever's the leading vote getters will be the captains, and then the captains choose who's the starting 5. Yeah. So 14 players, not everybody's gonna make the All-Star game.
Now, should we?
Oh man.
Make the cut.
Now, my question to that is, right? Obviously, you have people here that are friends with certain people and associated with others, so on and so forth. Do you think that there should be a small incentive to the winner of that game, so people aren't just picking people they know instead of who they think is the best?
As in, like, a reward?
Yeah, nothing big, but you understand what I'm saying. You don't want people getting, like, the leading vote getter, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to pick 4 people that I like.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
Stats for the year. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there should be, like, a...
Well, what I might also do, too, is it's all bit...
from this list of 8 players.
Yeah. I'm also going to look at, like, if, like, I don't... Why don't we just do this? I know that you can play... before I even get to that, like, I want to see if, like, votes that you have matter based off of position or just overall votes. Meaning, like, if you are the leading vote getter and you're the small forward, but there's another small forward, like, that doesn't mean that he can't play. See what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. No, but I just, you don't want, like...
It can't be a team of all small forwards. Like, it's got to be point guard, shooting guard, small
saying,
forward.
Like, say I'm the leading vote getter.
Mm-hmm.
And like you're saying, I'm not going to pick on Oz, but Oz is new.
Mm-hmm.
And Oz happens to have the worst stats in the league, and I'm like, yeah, I want Oz. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
just to do it. Well, he would have to still make he would still have to be an all-star vote getter.
Yeah,
what if we don't get 10 all-star vote getters?
Then hey, then I guess we should be able to get everybody in the All-Star game.
I assume so too. I'm just saying, I feel like what it should be is, ooh, you okay, bud? That it should be the top 10 vote getters that you're drafting from.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep.
That's the draft pool. Like, you have the 2 captains, and then the top 8 after that are the people that you're drafting from for that year.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah, because there's really no, like, East versus West. It just meant the divisions. I mean, the division of
I'm just
of
saying,
teams.
you don't
But
want
yeah.
somebody that's leading the league in scoring, and they're the 4th, you know what I mean, 3rd in All-Star voting, and just because somebody doesn't like them, that they don't get picked.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be from those. Yeah, exactly. From the top 10. So here, make it written in stone. The top 10 players, top 10 vote getters that are users will be eligible for the All-Star Game draft. So, like, the All-Star Game picks. The 2 captains will be the leading vote getters for their respective conferences. So, if you're in the West and you're the leading vote getter, you get the West. If you're in the East, or one side, and then if you're in the East and you get the leading vote getter, you're the captain of that squad. And then the 4 other players, so 4 on one side, 4 on the other side, they go into a pool, and then you select from those 8 who's going to be 5v5.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's East or West.
No, it's just that's just how the votes go, though.
Okay.
Cool. So this is it right here. This is the league, and you know there's different screens than what I had seen when I was playing offline, but I think I chose 29 games. Like, you're still gonna have to play a certain amount of games for us to advance. I was trying to figure out if it's 2 months played in 1 week. I think that seems like a pretty decent amount, because if you just look,
games in 2 months?
maybe 10. But that's a mixture of users and
CPU games?
yeah.
And you said for a week?
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm still going back and forth, because like if I do
No, that's
if
fine.
I
I'm
do
just trying to get, I didn't understand how many games that was. I'm just trying to get an understanding.
if we do, with it being 29 games, if we do, 1 month a week, that ends up being like 5. That ends up being a whole month for for games, and I feel like we can get those done faster, especially with like this month. If there's 14 teams and I have 2 user games, that means I could literally play all my games in 2 days, and I sit for a week. And that's how the game gets stagnant, is when there's not like consistent motion.
No, I
But I'm going back and forth again. I still gotta
think you'd want to have more games than less games, and I agree with you on that.
Yep.
And you hope people play every single game, obviously, but if they can't,
Yeah, it's better for it to be.
games.
Yes, exactly. The user games are the ones that are going to be important, because like people should have time to be able to. People should want to have time to be able to just play the CPU. Like I'm not trying to rush people to be like, hey man, play your CPU games. Like the user games are the ones that are the most important. But as we learned with prior seasons, that also affects trade deadlines. So like that's the reason why like we have to advance the shit. And we can't just have someone try to play all their user games when you got a user game scheduled for March 20th, because that affects everything. Like that, if you play a game for March 20th and then you play a CPU game for March 26th, and then somebody else hasn't played that team earlier in the season and you trade for them, it fucks up everything. So like we can't go too far ahead in months with games played, because it messes up how people trade.
And so that means for trading, there's only going to be specific trade windows, I assume, like right after. You should make. Like
It should. I think it was like the day after.
An advance.
Yeah, I was gonna say the day you have a day. I think it was. I don't know if we did 24 or 48 hours after a month is advanced for you to be able to trade, and then once that window's closed, you can't trade for the rest of the month until the next advance, to prevent what happened where the whole league almost got fucked until we found out how to fix
My
it.
question is, say you advance it on Sunday.
Hmm.
If they're gonna have 24 hours to trade, does that technically mean nobody should play on Monday? Do you know what I mean? Like nobody should play during that trade window.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't make sense. That way it doesn't screw up anything.
I would say you have. I would even just say one day.
Yeah, just one day off and then back on it on Tuesday.
If you really wanted to, you can check in halfway through, and if everybody's like, I'm good, then you can advance it. But if you don't hear from everybody, then you just leave it for the 24 hours.
Yeah, I'll send out a message via Discord too. Just like, hey, trade window's up. Make sure you guys got your notifications on. But that's what I do something like that at my job, where like something's due, and then like our manager sends out a message to everybody like, hey guys, like we need this taken care of now, and then everybody says send. Just like that's all I need is just people to be like, yep, good, no trades, anything like that. And then if you're like, oh, I gotta go online and do a trade, it's like, all right, cool, man, you got until midnight tonight to do it. And then after that, like I'm not gonna advance it, but like if you request a trade, because the trades still have to go through me. If you send a snapshot of your trade after midnight, I'm not fucking approving it. Like, it's that simple. Cool. So let's do here. I wish you had a created guy so we could see how they progress differently. But let's just do the first one. So I'm going to sim the season, because there's really nothing to check in this. Sim through date, all games.
I haven't been in this setting since COVID.
And what's that? Oh yeah, well that's what started it all. That's what started everything with streaming. Bro, I wish I still had those streams saved and how bad everything looked. Just to go back and be like, look at the difference from where we were to where we are now.
Swacked on. We lost 118
But
to
definitely
153.
the biggest thing for a league like this, and like I said, you guys are in the GBA, some of you, and you've done it. It really is just communication.
Mm-hmm.
Just being invested in just answering questions, or just being invested and involved. Like, it's just not leaving people in la la land about what's going on. As long as that happens, it can be definitely a hell of a time. For sure,
Mm-hmm.
so.
I just want everybody in the chat to know Damian Lillard is not pulling my team together. We are taking L's left and right.
Don't draft.
It doesn't even show. Oh, you get to see all the. I just have a Wi-Fi signal saying in progress. It doesn't. It's not showing me L's or wins. What date are you on right now?
Games record stats.
What date is it on for you?
I just passed January 7th.
I wonder if I can stop
Oh
this.
my god, we got swacked again! We got beat by 30 2 games in a row. No, 3 games in a row. We got
Can
beat by
I?
30.
I wonder if I can.
Good lord.
Can I cancel?
So is I'm just curious. Is Jasmine actually in here, or is that Tyron talking as Jasmine?
It could be her. It could be him. Who knows? I can't even stop. So if I accidentally sim,
Sure, she'll
I
let me
can't
know in a
pass.
few minutes, that's for sure. If she's still here.
Let's see here.
She's about to yell at me.
So this is just to check the progression. Once the season starts, apparently you can't stop the sim. So that kind of sucks. He's tripping. That's basically it. Does it show what? All right, cool. Is it?
We're in March now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a month left. I think that All-Star game is gonna be dope. I think that's a hell of a fucking idea.
I think that would be a great idea.
Oh, Curry. Okay, you damn right. And Benny Ben for 6th. Oh, Lakers. Hey, I wasn't lying when I said every fucking year they make Giannis win the Defensive Player of the Year. And Jarrett Allen won. Frank Vogel, was he the coach of the Lakers? Does that mean that the Lakers were 24-5?
Terry, the guy got Rookie of the Year.
Hell yeah, he's the best player in the game. All right, so this is what.
Was he an 85 for that?
Yeah, he's an 85 to start. So he's an 86.
17 points a game.
Still 34 badges. We'll see what happens after the season. So, oh, that's perfect. So he went up. Let's see here. If I can go to roster.
Ugly mug.
So I think this is adjusted based off of. Where's he hurt? Where's he at? Was he not on my team?
He's on the Spurs, wasn't he?
Oh, he went as a free agent. Yeah, he went. Yeah, he was a free agent. Cool. Yeah, I was like, where is he? I didn't draft him. Did we see what team he was on?
Spurs.
Oh, he's out there with Pop. Of course he was Rookie of the Year. Yeah, fucking Pop as coach. All right, so he started off as a 85, and then in-season progression, winning Rookie of the Year, averaging 17, 6, and 4. These are some great fucking numbers. That looks like my rec numbers, to tell you the truth. Nothing changed badge-wise, and
Now,
statistic-wise,
hot zones, or was that just shot chart?
this is shot chart. So this is where he shot in the season. So I guess you can check. But that is hot zones. It didn't change. We'll see if it does change after this though, because this one's neutral. What was I looking for? Oh, I was checking this. All right, so I remember some of my major stats. 92 dunking, that stayed the same. 85-3, that stayed the same. Perimeter defense was 89. Passing and ball handling was 85, which those stayed the same. Hands is the same. Pass vision is the same. 75 for offensive consistency. Steal might have gone up from 77 to 78, but it's not a big difference. So it honestly doesn't look like anything went up mid-season. Stamina went up 3. That could have just looked for the fucking arrow that was pointing up. So that made my guy go from 85 to 86, just the stamina going up. So that's actually good, meaning the progressive settings that we used, they didn't go up mid-season, which is what I want. I don't want there to be like a lot. If anything, sure, but like I don't want there to be like major in-season developments, in which you can see that right here. So the aggression, the progression settings. So like we said, we were going to leave these at 75. But where's the big one? Which is... It doesn't even say it. There was another setting for it. Maybe it's off-season progression. I'll have to look for it. But there was a setting that let me look to see what the progression settings were. I thought I... Do you not get that when you're in?
I only got 3 action points, so if there was something to handle...
I thought I turned those off.
No, it says I had 3 action points at the top.
Maybe they set it itself, because I thought I had the opportunity to change the progression, but it didn't let me.
like on the online one, it didn't give you enough?
Yeah, because it was 2 settings, and it said it was 2 progression settings that you were able to adjust. But I'm not seeing that, and it was under this setting. So you go to tuning settings, and then there was attribute progression, and then there was another one that allowed you to click it and bring down the attributes. But we'll see how they progress in the offseason, because if they made it even harder for you to progress, that's better. Like, I'm not mad at that at all. We'll see in the playoffs.
My team finished so bad. Good thing this isn't the real one.
Well, this team would have had Tatum, Ben Simmons, and fucking Fur. Talk about length. Them boys would have been just like, defense, defense,
Yeah,
defense.
that's what it was.
I didn't have my user either. He went to the Spurs. Who went to the Spurs? Oh, the Spurs even make it to the playoffs?
I'm just cleaning up. Hold on.
No, Spurs didn't even make it to the playoffs. Rookie of the year didn't even fucking make it to the playoffs. And the number 1 seed got bounced in the first round. The fuck? Alright, so offseason. I didn't go over any of the in-season like coaching shit like that. You know, we haven't gotten to that. So I think, do you have to choose ready? All right, perfect. So here's the first screen. Usually it's a list, but maybe it's gonna go by this. It was like retirements, coaching retirements.
Player retirements. It's got all the players that retired.
Okay. Does it have? Yeah, but does it have a list of what the stages are? This is why it's good that we're streaming this so that we can see what's next. What's the next stage?
No.
It's okay.
It says online player retirements, and then it says advanced.
So we'll just advance to step. Oh, nice. So I can force this. Thank God. They didn't have that in the other one. I have to wait for everybody to ready up.
Oh, you can force through every one of those stages?
Mm-hmm. So we'll do the same thing for free agency that you do for the draft, meaning we'll designate a date and time. It's not as long as a draft would be, but you know, everybody can just jump on for an hour, and then just, you know, hey, I'm picking this guy, or everybody votes with who they want. You know, you put up a salary, and then we advance a day. The free agents mull over the decisions, and then they choose whoever they want to, and then you put more bids in. Then we advance a day. We can literally get it done in like 20 minutes if it's done the right way. But I don't want free agency to last like 3 actual days. That shit's so annoying. Promise, in my way. I think I'm looking forward more to the All-Star game than I am for like a championship.
What's the score thing on the top right mean?
I can't see it. I gotta waiting for server update.
So mine says on the top right of my screen it says action points 3, so that's like back office actions.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says score 3000 level.
Oh, so it's ranking. You can like these are all, even if it's not ranked online, they're still ranked.
Oh.
So if the better GM you are, you can go up against everybody else that has a MyLeague that plays 2K22. But there are awards. There are awards for like GM of the year, Coach of the year. You know, so you can try to win that shit if you want. I'm gonna put my user interface back to where it was.
Yeah, there's been definitely some adjustments to this game mode since we played it.
This server update takes forever for the retirements, man. Damn. I think we covered a lot.
I mean, we just went through a whole season.
Pretty much. There's little things, obviously, like the ins and outs on how people are still going to want to create a player. What they can do while they're in season. So, like, you're still going to be able, like, if you want to do training, you do training. I don't think it's going to affect your guy as much as you would think. But we just saw what happened if you didn't do any training. He did go up. It wasn't a significant jump, but he did go up.
Yeah, I was gonna say they still have the off day practices, right?
Yeah, you can do regular practices. I don't know if there's like drills that you can do. Like, it's not like you're playing MyCAREER and you just go to the gym and shoot jump shots and get your shooting badges up. I don't think you can do that.
No, but if you do the practice, doesn't it, like, boost your team or whatever?
I think winning boosts your team more than anything. To tell you the truth, 'cause I don't know if you saw it, but like,
You're gonna be taking some L's, so.
true. You saw the like my team when I went to the roster, all those green triangles, they were 24 and 6, 24 and 5, 24 and 4 because it's 29 teams. They were 24 and 4, and everybody had a plus because they were winning. Like, that affects you overall more than anything. It's just winning. So I might even just turn that shit off, just so just the only way that you can progress in season is just, I guess, just playing better. But there's like there are things that like you can unlock, so I want to make sure that there's like still an aspect for wanting to complete the tasks in the game. But damn, this server update is taking forever. Does it show anything for you?
Mine still says ready on the online staff retirement screen.
Oh shit! Because the wow, this is so annoying. So deadlines, player retirements about to pass. I think I was supposed to do that. I hope that's what I was supposed to do. I'm still learning too. This shit ain't easy.
There's a whole lot of settings in this.
Mm-hmm. Did it give you a timer for the retirement?
Yeah, it still says 23 hours, 55 minutes.
Ooh. Let's see here. Oh, come on with it. Come on with it. Oop, wrong one. This is the only part that's tough, is not knowing how this is gonna. I mean, this is what we're learning.
Yeah, I think when we set it up, we have to make sure we put these timers down. Because it's on a full day.
Yeah, I just changed that. I just changed it to like 5 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think it's done too late though, because it's already on the timer. You know what I mean?
What's today? Is today the 14th? It's the 15th.
It
But
says
it doesn't
cancel
just let
ready
you
up
both.
status.
What's that?
It doesn't just let you both ready up.
I did ready up. Mine's green. Darren, hit the options button
Mm-hmm.
to advance, and then go to advance yours.
Mine's ready.
Options button again.
Yeah.
Ready up. Yep.
Yeah. I did that. I even clicked it for ready up for the rest of the
Advance
season.
once ready now is what it says.
It says 1 out of 2 is ready, so I don't think you're ready to advance.
No, I'm on ready now. Try it again. I'm ready now.
I wonder if you have to like
Hit ready up. See that?
sign out and then like go back into it.
I don't know, but this is. I thought I was able to just a quick advance, which is why I was so happy, because this is the issue that we had. This is one of the issues. Is not being able to just advance this shit.
But can you just like back out of the whole thing and go back in
That's what I'm doing right now.
and see if that then updates that he's ready?
We gonna see.
So my screen says one of
Oh, there we go. Yeah, staff. There we go. Staff agreements now. Staff retirements.
You would just have to go out and it has to like update.
All right, advance to league meetings. Let me see if I can get this done.
Oh, here we go. Welcome to the league meeting.
There you go.
So you gotta exit every time you want it to update.
can hear me. I can hear somebody's counting down.
My dog?
There we go. So now rules. Advance the draft lottery. We're not changing any of the rules.
Most of this stuff right here is pointless.
His thing is move. Yeah, majority of the stuff is because we'd be so new into it. It'd be like literally like, what's it called? One season in, so like the retirement's really not gonna, unless people are drafting fucking Udonis Haslam.
Dog, go away.
Lottery odds, baby. Am I in here? Yep, I got it.
I saw the Pelicans. Yeah. So yeah, so we'll do an actual lottery.
Let's see what I get.
Let's go hit
Oh,
next.
baby, we're moving up the list.
So you're not the first. Well, no, that's just saying you're projected. So yeah, you won't be the 14th. Yep, you're not projected to be the 13th, but the Jazz, that sucks.
Oh, you were 7th?
OKC, okay. OKC got the spot that they were supposed to be.
Hell of a jump. 7-1.
The Detroit Pistons got a 2% chance.
No.
What are you? Are you ahead
The
of?
9th.
Oh, how are you ahead of me? Oh, because you're.
I hit it before you.
Gotcha. I'm just letting it play. I'm not even pressing a button. Well, I mean, I guess I can now. I can hold it. I'm gonna hold X.
Trash. The Warriors got number 1.
What were they?
So you were projected to be the 7th, and you got the 9th. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. But this is how if your ass sucks and you missed the playoffs, your ass gonna be in it. If you missed the play-in, I swear for God. Oh man, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you not hear it. I'm saying, bro. And it'll probably be me. But if you missed the playing game, bro, I swear to God, it's gotta be miserable for the person that does not make the playoffs, with there being literally half the league that can make it. I didn't want to skip it because I got the server thing, so I just wanted this to play out the right way. The Warriors had the highest chance to win, and they did. Lottery done. Advance.
That's a bandage. Yeah, it's not quite a band-aid. It's called a bandage.
Signing.
Yep, it helps your boo-boos go away.
Cool. GMs, we can advance to that.
Oh, your boo-boos are fine. You don't need it.
Good. I hope somebody doesn't make the friggin' play-in tournament so we can watch them be in the lottery.
Scouting. So if you're scouting people because your ass is going to be in the lottery, this is where you have the opportunity to get your last scouting taken care of, last minute scouting, and this will be advanced. Again, I'll send out messages via Discord, meaning that if your ass is in the lottery, you better be online, because if you ain't online, we're not waiting. I'm not expected to be there. Doesn't mean that I won't be there, but
you better get used to the draft, doing the scouting system. Then
is he in?
Some info.
Is he in?
No, he responded on Twitch saying, "I won't make playoffs. I remember me and BA didn't last time we did this."
Here's the combine. Let's get past that.
He's gonna be the best recruiter in the league.
Is he actually trying to play it though?
Johnny said he's
Aaron
in.
Didn't have him on the. Oh, he was one of the people that you had on the list.
Yeah, he's in.
Oh damn! I didn't expect that.
Mm-hmm.
Can
I
you
got
get
the
my
confirmation. That's why he's watching, because he's trying to see what's going on.
I was confused. I was like, why is he in here? Out of everything he chooses to watch, this is what he's gonna watch.
Hey, bro, everybody got that notification. Come check it out. That's what I said.
He's just here for support. That's what I thought. Like,
Hey, young J.I., I hope you take Professor Pie down, buddy.
Yes.
He's talking a lot of smack.
A lot of crap being thrown out right now without the season even started.
We're making that a side bet. That's going in as one of the side bets.
I'm actually not only looking forward to the All-Star game, but this whole betting line channel that's going to be on Discord. I'm actually really looking forward to that too, where people can throw in their
We're
bets.
trying to
I can't
stream
wait
as
to
many
see
of
the
these games
Vegas
as
odds
possible.
every
Yes, so that is. I'm glad you brought that up.
Vegas odds are gonna be nuts.
So all user games will be streamed. I'm trying to figure out if I want it to be like mandatory home team, but like at least it has to be one person. It's you can both stream, but I think I'm just gonna make it where it's mandatory home team, and to make it even to make it one up. I'm hesitant to think. I don't really care what people do against the users. I really don't, but I just don't want cheese shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you gotta do, but like, with there being one commissioner, I don't think that people can really fuck up stuff compared to like in the past. Simulate draft.
You're gonna be able to learn a lot. You want to see what people be doing. Changing.
All right, so I just backed it out.
Strategy wise.
I only had 2 picks in this draft. What happened?
There's only 2 rounds. That's okay. I knew you didn't know that, but yes, there's only two. There's only 2 rounds in there.
I don't pay attention to maximum offseason. Oh, this dude declined my offer?
Good.
I could be a rookie and decline.
He wants to go somewhere else. He knows you're a bum ass team.
$1.4 million for 1 year of work.
Pending up. Damn, we had Al Horford on our team. Yuck. All right, we're gonna send past those.
I'll take old ass Al.
You know how hard his jump shot is at the time.
I don't have.
I know you wouldn't have to do it, but yeah.
You just gotta hit it when he's open.
Hey, I got no problem with opening the door to other people controlling the betting lines. We used to do that for what's it
Is
called?
it bad that I don't even know how to spell bookie? That's how little I bet.
Is it IE or Y? I want to say it's IE.
I'm gonna put it like that, but Tyron's gonna rip me a new one in a second. So
No, I think it. I thought it was IE. Progression. This is what I was looking for. So you guys saw it. Rookie of the year. The Spurs didn't make the playoffs, but Rookie of the year. He went up 1 overall during the season, and then he went up.
99.
He's still a 1. So there it is.
Oh,
The progression is
down 3?
the progression is much slower
So
online.
One. How did the badges look?
He went from 34 to 40, and I remember all my badges. So yep.
Hey, you stream a lot. Give me
Uh,
the badges. Where you have?
Yeah, Lob City finisher.
Badges.
Lob City went up to silver,
Whoa.
and Acrobat added. I didn't have that. Oh no, Acrobat was still there. So Lob City went up to silver for finishing. Sniper was there. Catch and shoot. Catch and shoot was gold. Corner was gold. No, silver. These 2 were silver. Corner specialist and green machine were both silver. Hot zone hunter was gold because remember I could only have 27 points. I didn't have the 30 that I have right now. Blinders was silver. Deadeye was silver. Limitless was silver. I didn't have rhythm shooter. I didn't have slithery off-ball. So still gained some badges, but nothing went from like silver to Hall of Fame. Everything just went up 1.
If anything increased, it went up by 1.
Yep.
If it did increase.
Yep. All of my playmaking badges were the same. The only thing I gained was needle threader. These are all the same. Quick first step, handles, glue hands, all of those were all, bless you, were all silver. Tight handles was gold, stop and go was gold, bullet was gold, so those all stayed the same.
Your physicals went from a C to a C+. What's under physicals? Like stamina?
Speed. Yeah, speed, stamina, vertical, and acceleration. So I'll go check that after. Ankle braces was gold, clamps was gold, hustler was not, interceptor was. Off-ball pest, that went from nothing to gold. That's the biggest jump. Because I didn't have that on. Intimidator stayed the same. I didn't have menace. That went from nothing to silver. So it looks like the defensive I didn't have on box. I did have chase. I didn't have pick dodger. I didn't have pogo. I had rebound. I had rim, and I did not have. So the most badges went up on defense. And to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be surprised if it has something to do with Greg Popovich. I'll have to look into that to see if that matters. No personality traits to start off with, but after season 1, I got 2. Quiet player that generally keeps to himself. That sounds That couldn't be any more fucking spot on right there when it comes to a personality badge to get for myself. But Alpha Dog, because you know my teammates rally behind me. Attributes. I don't think there was a big gap change in season. Driving layup went up 1. Mid-range, 3-point, all went up 1. Post hook went up 1. Draw foul went up 2. Pass IQ went up 1. Cool, so at least it tells me. Strength went up 1 and stamina went up 1. That's why my intangibles changed. I mean the physicals changed. But my speed and acceleration stayed the same.
Half a grade.
Cool. So that's actually better. I feel a lot more comfortable knowing that my guy didn't jump, because when I did the offline league, he would go from like 85 to like 90 in one season. And I was like, ugh. But small progression jumps, I don't mind it.
Well,
And this is...
You might get one and then somebody else gets a big one, but it is what it is at that point.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how you play,
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, this is based off of scoring 17 a game, 17, 6, and 4. I know motherfuckers are going to go out there and average 40. It's just how it is. But you better average your 40 against the CPU, because you know damn well you're not scoring 40 against the user. These games
are completely different.
Yeah.
It's up to everybody.
Double teaming that ass.
Yeah, and hey, if I know I'm a matchup, but if as long as somebody's not a center, I'm playing man on whoever is the user. That's the only person that I won't play man up against.
Just a future scouting report, just so people know. Jalen Suggs went up 4 points in his overall in one season. Just a heads up.
Yeah, hey, was I not kidding when I say they love LaMelo Ball? I guarantee you, if we sim this season, he's MVP. It's ridiculous. Every single year, he ends up being MVP. But cool. That's it. That's the season right there.
Fix that. I'm just gonna draft him for all day.
Yeah, I mean, I might take him or his brother. To tell you the truth, somebody that's got gold dimer, hing. But that's season 1. I think this was a pretty good stream. No?
Yeah. No, that was a good informational run through.
I'm gonna
Good
save.
for everybody involved.
I'm gonna save this shit for maybe just a small YouTube video. I'm gonna download this. This is actually gonna be my launch for my for DFrizzy Frizz gaming on YouTube. This is gonna be the first download for it. I'll try to figure out how to do some editing and whatnot, and then make it so like people know what sections to tune into. If you want to go back to when we're talking about the draft, if we want to go back to when we're talking about create a player, I'll try to section it off like that. But I think this came out good.
I still can't wait to see these bet lines, bro.
I'm amped. I'm fucking hyped. Here, let me do this real quick, just because it's the All-Star game. I want to know how the... Oh, it doesn't give us an actual All-Star game because it's online.
So there is no voting, is there? They won't show any of that. Will
I'll look. I'm gonna look. When's the? It's like Valentine's weekend, right? Pretty sure that's when the All-Star game is.
Yeah, first.
Simulate
The
through date.
votes go up till the first week of February.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'll simulate that week.
Well, cause they don't. Yeah, what do you got there? Where'd you get that?
The NBA missed the playoff. Johnny and BA both missed the playoffs last time we did this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if there was as many teams. Was there as many teams?
No.
I think there was 12.
Cause that was the first one we did, and then that's when we started the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if there was 12. There might have been.
Oh yeah, you're right. The first one we did was less. I think it was only 8.
And that's when we made a new one and we changed the things that I was talking about with you last time. But yeah, no, it was now that you say that, I think it was either Ralph or Johnny that every time they came out, their team got absolutely whooped.
Shellackins.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, I think I remember people saying that.
About a supporting cast.
But hey, look, this again.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
This is how, and I'll bring it up in this way. So when you guys go into your games, and this is how we adjusted, like this is how I made my adjustments. Look, the info is going to be there for whoever wants to play around with all these settings, scouting, training, all that shit. Meaning it's fair game. If you do it, cool. If you don't do it, cool. But we just saw the progression isn't that substantial, which is great. That makes everything worth it too. if you go into game plan and you go for yourself and you see that you're the starter and you're like, fuck this, I ain't getting taken out. Marcus Smart, damn, they just drafted a bunch of Celtics. I'm not getting taken out. Fuck that, Marcus Smart. I'm going to lower your minutes and make mine 48. So I'm never coming out against the CPU. That's on you. If you want to do that, be my guest. Fatigue is staying on. You saw me turn off injuries, and we're going to do that too. But just know, it happened to multiple people with injuries off, with durability 99, people that played too long in the game still got hurt. So I can't stress that enough, and it brings down your... Even if I bring you back from the dead, if you tear your ACL and it says that you're supposed to be gone for the season and we just wipe the injury away as if it never happened, it still affects your attributes, and I can't change that. So I'm not. Meaning, if you want to do this, and you want to keep your guy on the court for all those games that, for Jay Roberts saying that he got off the court and he got his ass kicked by his team, you need to draft better because that's on you. But if that happens and you're sick of it, put your minutes up and don't come off the court. Use all your timeouts. It's probably going to be a 6-minute game. I flirted between 6 and 7 because the 6 and 7 minutes isn't for computer games. It's for user games. Meaning, like, the longer the game, the more likely if somebody's getting blown out, they have a better chance of coming back. Like, that's just how the game is.
So there's going to be a different time length for CPU games?
No, you can't. You can only have the same. But what I'm saying is, I don't know if I want to make it 6 minutes or 7. Because 6 minutes, a 5-minute game is long. But when you're on, if you get subbed out, it's gonna go like this. Meaning, if you're user versus user and you're on the bench, like I want you to still have an opportunity to come back, or open the fucking floodgates. If it's a tie game, your guy gets subbed out. Like, hey man, that's on it. But I just don't want it to be like too short where somebody's subbed out for the whole second quarter. They can't get them to sub in because there's no fouls, there's no timeouts, there's no whistles. And it's the third quarter and you're down by 30. And it's like you didn't even get a chance to fucking play.
I get what you're saying.
And you got 5 minutes to do it. Like, that's just not enough time.
Now, you have a way to do substitution just not off of minutes, right? You can do it off of, like...
Rotations?
Game, can't you?
Yeah, that's this right here. So this right here, this rotation timeline. Yeah, I used to have it set up where it's similar to like the Kobe Bryant sub, which was you played the first 8 minutes of the simmed minute. So if it's a 12-minute quarter, you play the first 8 minutes of that quarter. You get subbed out for the last 4 and the first 6 of the second quarter. And then you play the whole half, the rest of the half, and then up to the 10-minute mark in the third quarter, you get subbed out. And then you come in the 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter and you play the rest of the game. That was the Kobe Bryant schedule. So, like, that's what I did. You can do whatever you want with it that way. Some people just like to mess with it because it's too much power for one person. Some people can't handle that shit. So, like, you can do it just in here. You just got to adjust it the way that you want to do it. That's here.
I know I'll be messing with that because, like I said,
for those that have the ability to do it, then they can, mess with it all they want.
Too, like say there isn't a whistle or something doesn't happen, and you play too many minutes in the first half. Something weird could happen where you, like you said, you don't play like the whole third quarter. Right. Or you sit for most of the fourth quarter, which is not something you want because it's like.
And again, I think when you play a game, you can still control the subbing.
Yes,
if it's user versus user, you can still control the subbing. I'm pretty sure you have all the ability to do, as if it was a full team. You're just locked on your player. Like, that's the only difference. Yeah. So, like, if you're on the bench...
you know what I mean? Like, if you can sub in and out.
It's just when it's a CPU game, it sims it as if it were MyCAREER. You can't control that. But, like, if it's a user versus user, like, yo, I'm not sitting here and watching this, and you can put yourself in.
You see the other guy sub out, you can sub yourself out at the same time.
Nothing for
you really wanted to.
Nothing for All-Star game, unfortunately. Oh, look at this! They got lottery odds. Oh, sorry, draft lottery. I thought it was betting. I got betting on my mind. But
So
no.
that means if we want to do an all-star game, we would have to go.
You might have to do actual votes.
You would just have to take those, or take up all the stats and put them onto something, like a spreadsheet or something, and say, okay, vote. You'd have to actually have people vote based off of stats and other things. So.
Yeah.
That's still fine. You just hope people do it not off of friends and they do it off of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who they know, who they don't know. Well, the good thing about this is, and I gotta jump off in a little bit anyway. The good thing about it is that there's a good mixture of different avenues of people, and like that's the point of this. Is like, not everybody is from my friends group. Not everybody is from GBA, and not everybody is from people that like barely even like play the game. Like it's a mixture of all, so that like. You gotta learn, and like you're gonna be playing people, so like you gotta learn if you think you're gonna play well with somebody, like you are the captain. Like again, we're putting a lot of stock into the All-Star game, well, I guess because I think it's gonna be fun. But like, I don't think too many people are gonna think about like, oh, I don't know how this guy plays. It's gonna be like, yo, I've seen him play against me. Like, I would rather him be on my team than not. Or, yeah, I've played with somebody from the GBA for the past 5 seasons. Like, I'm just gonna draft him. It's like, what if he doesn't fit your team? You know what I mean? Just to have him there to lose, like we gotta. I'll make some type of incentive, whether it's like every player that wins gets a badge point to use for him, like making it actually as an actual incentive. And so like if there's 3 centers, all the centers aren't going to be picked just to have. If there's 4 centers, we'll say that you're not going to have 4 centers playing and there's no power forwards playing. Like that would make no sense. Let me draft a team that's got 4 centers because like they're my friends.
It'll be interesting to see how the positional breakdown goes. How many people are in this league again?
14. Yep.
It'll be interesting to see how the positional breakdowns go. That's going to be... I think that'll be the first step now that we've gotten this out of the way and you have the people, is to say, hey, what position or positions, if you were going to rank them, do you think that you would make? Because that's gonna be interesting. Because like I said, you don't want to you want to have an all-star game, but you have 10 small forwards.
Right.
Not that it's going to make that huge of a difference because it is what it is, but it'll be interesting to see how people are going to choose what position that people are going to want to play. Like, I think that'd be a nice insight to have before it even starts.
Mm-hmm. So this is the skills thing that I was talking about. The more tasks that you complete and the more shit that you do, you have like a skills chart, and you can unlock things to make your GM and your team better. But this is all in-game based, meaning you have to accomplish stuff in order to do this. You don't just start off with points. And you got to do things like talk to your team. Don't be a dick. Don't go 3-4 months without talking to your star point guard and then expect him to re-sign with you, because he probably won't. But that's it. That's it for this one.
Is that new in this game?
Yeah. No, it's been in a few my GMs, but not online. You couldn't do it online.
Oh, okay.
They actually took my GM and made it in. So the MyLeague with the other one that we did was just, it was like franchise. No, it was like season mode compared to franchise mode, where like it was just you got 10 people playing. Here you go. There's really not much else. You train them, you play games. That's it. What they did was they made it my GM online. So like all the shit that you would be doing as if you were a general manager or an owner, you can do it here. I know Brian was talking about like team location, so like you can change all this if you wanted to. You can create your arena, create your uniform, choose a city that you want to go to. I don't even think there has to be an approval process. I think it's just the next season. So like you don't have to get like the money to do it. I hope you don't have to do it money wise. Yeah, it just says move to next.
It says you need to have a relationship with the governor at great or higher status.
Cool. So you better butter them up, Buttercup, because if you don't, your ass is staying there.
I'm better be a little brown nose.
Spend all your time and all your season points on fucking talking to the governor. Hey man, I really think we need to move this team. I'm telling you, the finances, they'll work out the right way. I didn't see a finance department in the off season though, because that's where this usually is. But there'll be a progressive cap that'll happen.
And I know, like I said, I don't know how much you said about that because I was in and out of this. When's the projected start of everything?
GBA regular season ends this week. It's already, it'll be Wednesday tomorrow. So once all those games are played, Thursday tomorrow. Sorry, I meant it's Thursday. It's Wednesday today. I'm exhausted. Wednesday now, Thursday tomorrow. So the regular season ends. I got a few notifications showing that there's a few games being played right now, which is good. Meaning next week should be playoffs. I know we're in the second round. We got a first round bye. So we'll see how that series goes. And I'm going to start it once my season's done. I'll probably give a week advance to be like, hey guys, like this is when we're trying to set up for the draft. But like I'm not going to wait for that league to be done to start this. I know there's a few guys in it, but like again, the only thing I really need you for is just the draft.
Gotcha. So now my question, okay, so if people that are in this league, obviously the 14 people know who they are, and if they end up watching this or they're hearing about this right now, should those people start investing in what build they're going to use and start sending that information to you, or is there going to be a Discord channel set up for that?
Now that I have this video done, Discord, there's still a Discord channel. It's GGN Network. I'll send out the QR or the link to everybody, so that everybody can be added to it. Communication will go in there. The channels are still going to be modified. Like again, this was my Discord channel was set up for a different league, but we're going this route. So like I'll make the modifications that way. But all the communication will go through that. Individually, I'll reach out to everybody via text message for now until we get closer. We're like, all right, hey, this is where all of the communications is going. But I'm not going to flood, the Discord with info that's just like not necessary right now. Like I don't need builds right now. I need to know what you might think about making, like you said, position wise. But I don't need to know your builds right now. Like I don't care. We're still far away from that. Like just think about what you want to make. That's more important. And then get familiar with it. If there are people I know, I talk to T about it. Like get Oz online, so like he's playing a little bit more. Johnny doesn't really play MyCAREER, but like he's played the game. I know one of my boys from Texas, he's the same thing. Like he plays the game a lot, but like he doesn't play online. So it's like there's plenty of there's a lot of people that play competitively, a lot of people that haven't. So it's a good mix. And I don't think that just because somebody doesn't play all the time that they have a disadvantage. Because like I said, if you draft a good team, we've seen it doesn't matter. If you draft the right team, you could fucking dominate everybody. That is a fact. If you draft smart. I know there are some fixes for certain things, and like I said, there's less emphasis on computer play. But if you draft the right way, I think anybody can compete as long as you want to play. Like if you don't have fun playing, then you're gonna suck. Like that's just how it is, unfortunately. But that's it.
Bro, my team is broke.
But I ain't worried about you.
You know how to look at the finances?
Yeah.
Current bank account after one season is $0. Revenue was only 51 million. Expenses was 88 million.
Well,
I lost almost 37 million last season.
I'm exhausted. So that's it for me. That's the ball game. Appreciate everybody that was able to jump in. Professor Pi, appreciate you being here. I File Out, I appreciate you being here. Everybody in the chat asking all the questions and all of the follow-up that's here. Again, when I get a chance, this video will be downloaded to YouTube. Check out the link that's in my Twitch. You can go directly to the YouTube channel. Same thing with GGN, the Discord channel. That's in my Twitch, so check that out too. And we'll catch you guys on the rebound. We'll be back here soon. You'll either see me streaming the playoffs, or you'll see me streaming some more updates with the league. Peace, love, hair grease, and I'll catch y'all. Deuces.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or better known as ADHD, is a mental disorder that affects an individual's ability to focus, causing them to move around more frequently. They may also have trouble controlling their impulsive behaviors.
One time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for the homies in the child hall. 3 times for them hoes on the internet shitting on niggas when they really should get out more. 4 times for the days that were all bad. 5 times for the bitches who ain't called back. 6 times for the kids like me who got ADHD just to kidnap a nigga like ISIS. Whoa, turn the whole world to a crisis. Whoa, walk around the city with an ice pick. I've been paranoid, usually I ain't like this. Ain't no telling how crazy I might get. Beat the police with a nice stick. In my whole life, I've been lifeless. Now I'm so fly, I'm a motherfucking flight risk. Whoa, fuck a couple hoes till I pass out. Whoa, niggas throwing stones at my glass house. Whoa, I remember sleeping on my dad's couch. Whoa, now I got the Bentley and it's blacked out. Whoa, family looking at me like a cash cow. Whoa, everybody dissing just to have clout. Whoa, thought you had a chance, now you asked out. Nigga, I'm the motherfucking man, where you at now? Whoa, fuck it, I'ma hit them till they jumping. I ain't tripping, this is nothing. I've been living in the dungeon. I done held a couple grudges. What the hell, I got a jack to meet the devil. I'm a cousin, I ain't settling for nothing. Got the metal in the truck and keep the semi when I'm busting. Niggas ducking, niggas Stevie Wonder couldn't see it coming. I ain't judging, I just want the money, I don't need a budget. I've been hungry, I ain't got no oven, but I got the munchies, nigga. How you gonna move on the front line? If I don't fuck with you, I just cut ties. My high school teacher said I'd never be shit. To that bitch that I turned out just fine. And no, I don't know you for the 12th time. We do not share the same bloodline. You let her run your mouth like a tough guy. Hope you keep the same energy when it's crunch time.
According to the American Psychiatric Association, it affects roughly 8% of children and 2% of adults, commonly believed to only affect boys because they are perceived
as rowdy and rambunctious.
One time for them praying on my downfall. 2 times for them bitches in the South Shore. 3 times for them days on the block getting chased by the cops like a motherfucking outlaw. 4 times for them days that were all bad. 5 times for the bitches who ain't called back. 6 times for the kids like me who got ADHD just to...
Me and Jordan need a couple hearses. Double homicide, kill the beat and the verses. Everybody living on the surface, but we came from the underground, yeah, we deserve it. What's beef? Beef is when you murder motherfuckers on a beat. Kill them all, nah, what's beef? Beef is brothers lying over shit that never mattered in the first place. Lying in the street, what's peace? Peace is when you leave it in the past, let it heal like a cast. When enough time passes and you blast. Kinda like John Wick, bars like a convict. Fuck a runner, you don't wanna start shit. Woo! Coming with the hot shit, all they do is talk shit. You can never top it, boy, just stop. High and drunk, call that HD vision. All these other motherfuckers full of indecision. And I murder with precision all over your television. I'm numero uno, number one, and you is just a subdivision. Never listen, we gon' leave them missing. That's the mission like ISIS. Ain't no time to bicker over who the nicest. It's logic, it's obvious, just ask the audience. I've come to body this shit. Yes, it's egregious, I'm Regis, you Kelly, you pussy. Don't push me, I'm Louis Vuitton. You at Target with your mom. On the internet, still hating on my last post. I just had a steak back in Mastro's. My God, me and Jordan need a couple hearses. Double homicide, kill the beat and the verses. Everybody living on the surface, but we came from the underground, yeah, we deserve it. Far from the minimum, killing them with no riddling. And 5'9" was the middleman to get them in the same room. Now we on the same tune, and we still the game doomed. The illest of lyricists on the same shit. Rap pack, clap back on that gang shit. Do it for the love of rap, not for the fame shit. Woo! 1 time for the Grammy that I never got. 2 times for the garden that I sold out. 3 times for the street crimes that I committed. Yeah, I did it, but thank God that I made it out. 4 times, cause I'm a fucking bastard. 5 times, platinum with my last shit. 6 times for the beats and the rhymes. Fuck the heat and the crime, keep the peace like a waistline. Woo!
Rule the world, that's cream. Last thing that I could remember if you ask me. Either make your own or pay a fare like a taxi. Fuck, living life behind the backseat. Now it's time to set a new trend like it was last week. So I started plotting and clocking for a doomsday. With the pen and pad I'm jotting, checking options for a bouquet. Lay it on the grave, no time to hate. Minute made, niggas getting paid. Feeling like a slave, hymns and they scriptures of them and they bitches. While my palm itches, view of you, buying charms, motivation, quiet storm. Perform every written poem like a firebomb. And I bring it harder every morning, I'm hearing my alarm. From starved to wealth, the cards are dealt. Hopelessness is felt, but the truth, it helps, you know?
You ain't gotta full control your life. We all know these streets get cold at night, but I don't back down, I earn my stripes. You know that's the truth. Even if I fall, I'm a soldier. Damn, need a rock, I'm a boulder. I won't give up that fight, it's gonna be alright. I won't lose that truth.
Every day is a blessing, no mistakes, just lessons. Go to war with my rhymes, use my mind as a weapon. Positivity and progression, not accepting anything less than. Told them squares in my circle, get weighted get to stepping. No time for no nonsense. Miss me with that bullshit. Intelligence the deadliest. I'm emptying a full clip. Destiny manifests. In other words, I'm born for this. Crazy, sexy, cool. Dash a rebel for a little twist. Diva in my own right. 20/20 hindsight. I'm looking at my past so I can try to make my wrongs right. You never see my brake lights. No stop until that bright light. The devil's trying to take my soul, but I ain't gone without a fight. This is what it takes to make it. Put my faith in God. And nah, I ain't religious, but yo, these times is hard. Only way to look is up. All these scars made me tough. Music, my addiction. Too much is never enough, and that's the truth.
You ain't gotta full control your life. We all know these streets get cold at night.